watch with history only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. Tourists. The observer. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. History only who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. The observer.
If that's okay, guys. Freaking eyebrows are grown back in 24 hours, haven't they? Let's get to 100k likes, guys, and let everyone send their heart me's into this account because I'm only at League D2, 300 heart me's. So can everyone please tap the screen? Can everyone follow this account as well? No worries, Sophie. I can see everyone that has sent their heart me's in when they're commenting as well. Yeah, Marissa. But I'm going to follow everyone back as well. Because if I'm not following you guys, don't take it personally, but I haven't used this account for months. So I'm going to need to follow all my friends back too. Oh, shit. Oh, Jojo, where you gone? I need to mod you. Amy Lou, do you want to be a mod on this account, lovely? Thank you guys for being kind, honestly. I'll mod you on this. Guys, can we get to 100k likes though? Can everyone please tap the screen before I start speaking? I'm not going to chat until I get to 100k likes because I'm not having people, the trolls, not thinking they could just sit there, hear me chat. They can at least tap the screen. Debs, you're right, lovely. I know, Debs, you do. I feel so unloved right now, though. I'm going to explain everything now properly. I've had a sleep. I'm going to explain exactly what happened in my words now that I'm sober, now that I'm awake. But I'm not going to do it until I get to 100k likes and everyone sends their heart me's in as well. And then I will open boxes and you guys can tell me if I was in the wrong. I will open boxes to my friends. And if you don't agree with me, I will accept your reasons, but I won't fall out with you. You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I will open boxes after I've said what I need to say, and all my friends, day ones, can get into the box and have a chat with me about stuff. So I'm going to wait till I get to 100k likes, guys. And I need, can everyone please repost this live as well? Everyone needs to find this live, and I need to add a live goal. Oh. Customize. Guys, because I haven't used this account for ages, I'm going to pin a Rosa goal. I've got 1,000 Rosa gold. Can everyone just send a Rosa, please, as well as your heart me's? Thank you. I made a video, right? This is what I don't get. I made a video because we spoke, we sorted it out. She agreed with me. Certain things she agreed with me, and then Brina comments saying they haven't sorted it out at all. So are people not telling the truth? So I'm going to tell my truth on how I see what happened yesterday. My friend, like, I don't, when I think of Top Belly, I don't think, oh, she's a bitch or a nasty person. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that of her. She's not a bad person in my eyes. I don't feel like she's a bad person, but I'm still going to defend myself, and I'm not going to have people blaming me for a whole night when I don't do think I deserve the whole blame for it. I'm sorry. And this is the thing. I'm not gonna let people throw me under the bus. I have a right to defend myself as well. But I'm not here to I don't want you to think I'm slagging her off. I'm not I genuinely like the girl. I like her. She's not a bad girl. She's not a bad girl. Like, she wears I could say so many good things about her. She wears a heart on her sleeve. She's there for you. She picks up the phone to you. She'll talk to you. Like, she's been there for me. She's counselled me. Like, she's listened to me. She's helped me out. Like, the woman isn't a bad woman. I'm not here to slag Top Belly off. But I might say some things that she might not agree with now, and that's why I've said to her, if she's watching this, you can come into the box. But this isn't a hate live. It's not even a hate live against Barker. Like, I'm just gonna have a chat with you guys and tell you from my version of events, because I've got a right to do that. And I don't if you don't agree with that, then just leave my live. I'll talk about the bath thing and everything, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I do use the app, and I'm bringing this to the app because it was on the app last night. So, guys, can everyone send their heart me's in, please? Actually, should I put sub-only chat on? Mods, should I put a sub-only chat on? Is it more helpful to you guys if I put a sub-only chat on? But Joanne, I don't want you to think I'm bitching about her. I'm not bitching about her, but then I've still got a right, Joanne and Misfire and everyone that does like Top Welly, because I also like her. I still also have a right to say things from my point of view. That's why I'm letting people come in my boxes after I've said it, so they can also tell me things that I don't want to hear. Georgina, thank you for... Right, how can I leave a girl on her own in her own hometown when I got left on my own by my partner for a trip that I paid for? She's in her own hometown. She will know how to get home from her own hometown. He left me. Let's get it right. So, yeah, I might have walked away from her, but you got to think that I was left and I'm somewhere I've never been before. But she knows where she is, so you guys are acting like I left her, I abandoned her. She was in her own hometown. It took her 15 minutes to drive to the town centre. So I'm not gonna be made out to be a bad person when she was in her own home, her city centre. I've got a message off Top Welly. Yeah, but I got left as well, Brina. So you're thinking, so my boyfriend can leave me in, let me get this right, Brina, yeah? My boyfriend can leave me in a city that I've never been to with a girl that I've only just met for the first time. But yeah, I'm the one getting blamed for leaving Top Welly in her own hometown. Make that make sense, Brina. I'm not blaming Top Welly for Barker leaving me, but I'm just trying to put it into I'm just trying to put it into perspective that how I was feeling because I had drinks as well. So you've got to think me being a drunk because you guys have been watching me drink on this app. You guys know what I'm like. I've become irrational, but I'm the one that got left. Let's get it right. And this is why I've come on, right, to defend myself because I'm not having this. Yeah, he left me with Top Welly, but should he have left me in the first place? Because if he hadn't have left me, none of this would have happened. Yeah, but guys, I say it right. Let me just say, I say a lot of stuff when I'm drunk. I never do it. I never ever do it. You guys, like, if you guys have been watching me for about a year, yeah, I had this conversation with Baz earlier, right? Because Baz obviously is my longest mod and he's been watching me for a long time. So he's watched me a lot of times when I have been drunk. And he has said, you do say things, but you don't ever mean them. I say so many things when I'm drunk. I'll say I'm a millionaire. I'll say freaking, I've got this. I'll say I'm going to do something to me mum or blah, blah. I never do it. It's just drunk talk. So if Baz, who has been watching me for a year, can understand that court assassin when she's drunk will say drunk talk, why is people that are meant to know me as well as Baz not understand that either? Right, do you know what? It's going on a sub only chat. Can everyone send their heart me's in, please? I'm not having this. No, a drunk mouth speaks the sober mind. Well, if that's the truth, then why did she say she's done with me and Barker, but then when Barker goes and sees her, she's only done with me? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Ugh.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
I've seen the FYP. You have been slagging me off all over the FYP with Top Welly. She's this, she's that, this, that. You had no regard for me. You even you didn't even make sure. Listen, right? Let me just say something, right? You didn't even make sure I got home this morning, right? When I was still drunk this morning, you didn't make sure I got home, but you yet stood with her at the train station and made sure she got home, and you also gave her £20 to get home. Who's meant to be your girlfriend here?
Why are you talking like that? I made sure she got home. I wanted her to go home earlier, but she wanted to stay and help find you.
You wanted her to go home earlier?
Yes.
Why?
Because I wanted to eliminate her from the problem.
Well, yeah, because
you were chatting shit about her. She was angry. And that's why I gave her the 20 quid.
What, you gave her 20 quid for what? So she could get home, but she had money to get home. But you didn't make sure I got home this morning, though. You had no care in the world for that.
You had no care in the world either. You left the hotel room before me. Remember?
My suitcase was still downstairs, excuse me, and I saw the keys on. So you still knew I was around because my suitcase was downstairs.
Regardless. I'll tell you what happened last night. I got your account banned, right?
Yes.
You gave me a shitty time about it.
No, I didn't. You
went to the toilet, you came back out from the toilet, and you continued to give me a shitty time about it on live stream. You were calling me a bastard. Everything.
No, I wasn't. Absolutely
yes, you
not.
were.
So
yes,
why did Top
That's
Welly
when
not
I
say that
walked
to me on the
away.
phone?
I don't want to be arguing with you on live streams, but when I'm with you and you're drunk, it happens twice a week religiously. And then I've answered your phone call about 5 minutes later, and you said come back to the pub that you're at. So I did, and you weren't there. Top Welly was there. I didn't know you had left that pub.
So you're blaming but you left me. That triggered me.
Listen, I know what you're like. As soon as you start, that's you for the whole fucking
No,
rest
it
of the night.
isn't.
And by the end of the night, you get arrested. The only reason you didn't get arrested last night is because I lied to the police about how you were behaving.
You lied to the police. I didn't do anything to you last night.
I told them that you didn't say that you were going to glass me. Stuff like that.
I say a lot of stuff when I'm drunk. I've never laid a hand on you, love.
Yes. Well,
have I ever laid a hand on you?
You need to be careful what you say online.
I say all sorts. I say stuff about me.
You've never laid a hand on me.
I say stuff. I'm going to do stuff to my mum gets me cross, but I don't ever do well. I've never laid a hand on my mum.
Your perception of everything is complete fucking bullshit. You make shit up in your head.
All right,
you did last night. You made out me and Top Welly were doing shit.
Right, so why did you let her...
Shite.
Okay, why did you... When I was ringing the phone after I played my bingo at the pub, why were you allowing her to have complete control over your phone, rejecting my calls?
Because she was on with Brett.
So, but you think her being on with Brett is more important than answering the call to me?
I answered loads of calls to you.
But so you think it's okay? You think it's okay to watch her?
And I tried phoning you about 30 times.
You think it's okay to watch her reject my calls?
There was no point even speaking to you last night. I couldn't even go into the pub.
So you didn't want to find me then? So you didn't want to find me, and you was more happy in getting her home yesterday.
She went home after you went to bed, believe it or not.
You didn't give it. You walked away from me last night, and you didn't even care how I got home this morning. Are you not okay? Like, do you not understand how crushing that is for a woman to see you putting another woman first above your own partner? Do you not understand how I felt this morning, knowing that you went outside yesterday, right? So sat with her, sat right next to her, right? Oh, here's 20 quid. Here's a cuddle. We'll get you home, but you've got no regard for how I got home today, right?
Yes,
I was vulnerable as well, and you also left me last night. So you got? Are you not? I'm sorry, but that would upset any woman. I spoke to Top Welly today. She has said that is bang out of order. Her own partner wouldn't do that. My sister's husband wouldn't do that. Yeah, well, people do not do that.
If you're going to call,
they do not put other women above their partners.
Do you know what? Ems did it to me once. You do it to me fucking twice a week on live stream.
Well, just leave me then. Leave me then. If it's not working, if I'm not the girl for you, if I'm so horrible, if I'm so cruel, if I'm so nasty, leave me then. You know, there's a drunk... Let me just make it clear. You know there's a drunk me, right? Which we all know there's a drunk me because I get drunk on my own when you're not here. I say a lot of things, right? But then there's actually me, sober. But yesterday, you triggered me and you think it's okay for you to trigger me and you're only coming on this live, right, to get your followers up on your account.
You're not going to get your kids back. When you act like the way you're acting, drunk.
Why are you talking about my children? Why are you deflecting?
You're not going to get into a stable relationship because you need to stop drinking.
Okay.
You need to stop drinking because it affects your life.
Okay.
You go completely crazy.
Okay.
Honestly, you need to stop drinking altogether. Talking about my children, so
you've deflected everything how you've made me feel.
Everyone in this chat knows you need to stop drinking. Everyone. And whoever says you don't...
Why are you talking about my children, though? You know exactly what I'm like as a parent.
That's why you don't see them, because how you act online.
Well, I cannot believe you are actually sat here talking about my children. You know exactly what I'm like. That is awful. That is actually awful. I can't even believe you said that. I actually can't believe you actually said that. I actually can't believe he's actually said that. He's taken no responsibility for the way he has treated me. That's fine. That's fine. Leave me then. Do one. Don't be with me. I'm so bad. I'm so cruel. I'm the worst person in the world. Okay then. It's fine. Talking about my children, he knows exactly what I'm like on a daily basis. This man has spent multiple days in a row with me. He wakes up to me. He knows exactly what I'm like. No, that is soul crushing. That is soul crushing. No. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Jojo. He needs to accept that leaving me was completely wrong. And then he wants to bring my kids into it when he knows exactly what kind of person I am. It's like he can't make his mind up. Am I so bad or am I good? Because when you're calling him out on something, right? This isn't even about Top Welly, right? When you're calling him out about something, he actually goes for the jugular in other ways. Should Barker, if right, let me do a poll. If Barker hadn't have left me, would things have gone the way they did? Smiley face for yes, sad face for no. It wouldn't. If he hadn't have walked away from me in the beginning and just said, "Oh, Manaz, STFU, stop it," none of this would have happened, and that's as simple as that. Oh, well, leave him to it. Top Welly's just messaged me. I'll read out her message because I'll be fair. She's put, just to make it clear, and you can read this out. Yes, we've spoken on the phone. Yes, you have explained your side and I explained mine. But like I said to you on the phone, I don't know how to get past it. Barker should not have left you. You should not have left Barker. I didn't leave Barker. And neither of you should have left me. I did not know Barker was coming out to me when I was sitting waiting for a taxi. I've told you why I'm hurt like I am. So basically, Topwelly's hurt because her partner, the only reason Topwelly's hurt is because she thinks, her partner thinks that her and Barker have done something together. It's not anything that I've done to her. I've actually not done anything to her, apart from going on a walkie and playing bingo in a different pub. Yeah. If you think about it, I haven't actually done anything to her. I did not know Barker was coming out to me when I was waiting for a taxi. I've told you why I'm hurt like I am, obviously because of her partner thing. Just because we've spoken, that doesn't mean that all is forgotten and everything is fine and dandy. Actions have reactions, Manaz, and I need time. I'm not arguing or falling out with anyone. I know how you get when you're drunk, and I told you it wasn't even the abuse. It was the accusations, and that's something I need to deal with. So basically, Topwelly's in a pickle because her partner thinks that her and Barker have done something together, which it was weird how Barker was so close to her anyway. Didn't even give a shit about me. Maybe that's probably what her boyfriend's seen, and maybe it's actually not Topwelly, maybe it's him. Barker, she's put again, Barker should not have left you this morning. I agree. I just need some space to sort my own shit, but you know what's been done. Thank you for acknowledging that nothing happened with me and Barker. And for your information, AR is a lying. See you next Tuesday. No, she's not, Brina. I have spoken to her. Brina, stop making stuff up. I have spoken to her. She is hurt because Kyle thinks that her and Barker have done something with one another. It's not to do with me. We had a good chat. We had a good chat on the phone. I'll tell you exactly how long we spoke for. We spoke for half an hour, so we got a lot said. Well, maybe the conversation I've had with her, she said it there, you know why I'm upset. The only reason she is upset because her partner thinks her and Barker have done something together. Well, Brina, you wasn't there when me and her had a conversation, so I don't know what she said to you. What she said to you is irrelevant. I'm telling you what the conversation I've had with her. I'm not beefing with you over Top Welly. I don't have beef with Top Welly. I actually quite like Top Welly. I think you've got it in your head that I'm beefing her. I'm not beefing her. I've got nothing bad to say about her. But Barker didn't answer the question, right? So let me put it this way, yeah? Let me put it this way, right? He let Top Welly have his phone, right? And he knew I was ringing his phone and he was watching her reject my call. Would your boyfriends do that? Would your husbands do that feat to you? Watching another woman hold his phone and letting that woman reject the calls. This has got nothing to do with Top Welly, by the way. This is him as a man. Would your man do that? Would he watch another girl with the phone in his hands reject the call? He's got no reason for it either. To him, he wasn't bothered. He'd rather make sure she's okay. She got home. He wouldn't asked about me one bit. And then all he's got to say to that is, your kids. All right, Barker. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, okay then. I got triggered by being left. Yeah, when it's not. I can't. I don't get triggered when I'm sober because I control my emotions fine when I'm sober. But when I have a drink, right, my trauma comes back up. So if I perceive that my partner has left me in a city that I've never been to before and met someone for the first time while he's gone off and left me, that is threatening to me. That has triggered me. That's not. You can't do that. You can't blame a girl for being a woman. You can't blame a woman for having emotions. You don't do that. It's just not something someone who loves someone does. Like, I wouldn't ever leave my husband, my kids, like my sister. Like, I wouldn't just walk away. I'd make sure they were all right. Do you know what I mean? Because I was annoyed as well, Brina. I was annoyed as well. And then because I was drunk, went on a walk, got into a pub, got kicked out of that pub. Then I played bingo in a different pub. So I started doing my own thing, but at the end of the day, I was drunk. But the fact is, he shouldn't have left me in the first place. But then you're telling, so Brina, you want to keep going back, right, about what I did. But what about what he did? And what about him sat there eating his fish and chips, getting her food, watching her reject my calls, making sure she got home, giving her money? I'm sorry, right, but there's no woman in the world, right, that would ever think that was okay. Maybe in Barker's world, it's fine. But no other man would say that is okay. They would not do that. No other girl would put up with it either. I'll be all right tomorrow. I'll get over it by tomorrow. Get a shower, get up, get my eyebrows done, live my life, getting my braces this month. Got a lot to look forward to. Can't be asked. Leave them to it. Rena, do you know what? You're talking waffle. I'm muting you. I'm muting you. I'll mute you for 5 minutes. Yeah, you're acting like it's all me. You're not understanding. What if someone did that to your daughter when she had a drink? Actually, Brina, put it this way, yeah. If your daughter, right, because you've got grown-up kids, right, you know she goes one way when she's had a drink. So say she's gone away with her boyfriend somewhere, yeah, and she's having a drink and you know she gets triggered because of trauma and stuff, and her boyfriend ups and leaves. Are you going to blame your daughter or are you going to blame the guy for upping and leaving her, causing her to have that reaction? You would blame the guy, so don't start this BS, Brina, yeah? Yeah, Brina would defend her daughter. If that happened to her daughter, Brina would defend her daughter. Yes or no? Yes, she would. Let's do another poll. Would Brina defend her own daughter if her daughter went through what I went through? Would Brina defend her own daughter? Smiley face for yes, sad face for no. Yes, she would. Yes, she would. But all right, it's all right when people do that to court assassin, though. Yeah, it's all right when I get left. It's all right when people trigger my feelings when I'm in a vulnerable situation. Or it's all right. It's all my fault then, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's all right for me not to make sure I got home, but seeing on the FYP that someone I meant to be in a relationship would make sure a different woman gets home. Like I said, I'm not blaming Top Welly. I'm not saying Top Welly is in the wrong for anything, but I'm saying he made sure she got home, but didn't make sure I got home. How would that make you girls feel? How would it make you girls feel? Put it into how I've seen it. I'm vulnerable as well, you know. I was vulnerable as well yesterday. And he didn't care. He didn't care at all. He wants to go, she's this, she's that. Someone could have followed me today, though. He didn't give a shit about that. I don't know why you're coming in the box, Barker. I'm just here to take my point of view. You can have your own
You said
opinion.
there was questions I didn't answer, so I'll ask the questions again and I'll answer them.
Why did you watch Top Welly reject my calls?
Because she was on live with Brett, and
so it's more important for her to be on live with Brett than for you to take your own phone off another woman and answer the phone to your girlfriend.
Brett was going live with you, and you were Brett was the only person speaking to you. So
but Brett wasn't live with me at that time. It was Top Welly and Brett. So,
well, at the time it was to let Brett know so he could speak to you because he was the only one getting through to you, as usual.
But maybe I have rang you. I don't know, Barker. I'm dropping
you. Rang me. Go look at your phone. Check how many times you rang me. Just count how many times you rang me.
Yeah, and then you didn't answer, so I said
every time you rang me, you shouted and swore at me.
No, I didn't.
Every time I rang you, you shouted and swore at me when you answered, but 90% of the calls you declined.
Yeah, because I was playing bingo in a pub.
Okay. Any more questions?
Then when I finished the pub, I rang you and you watched Top Welly reject my calls. You couldn't have been that bothered. You were more, let's be real, you were more worried about Top Welly yesterday, weren't you?
Well, to be honest, I got you back to the hotel room before I worried about getting her home, to be honest.
Yeah.
I had to get you into bed and keep you quiet in the hotel. Not only that, there was 2 police cars outside the hotel.
Yeah, but I didn't do it to you. You've already said I don't lay a hand on you. I might talk a lot of crap when I'm drunk. Everyone knows I talk crap when I'm drunk. My mum knows it. My dad knows. Everyone knows I talk crap when I'm drunk. I say crazy things.
You cause a scene.
Me when I'm drunk. You should know that by now.
Scene. Oh, I know that. That's why you need to stop drinking.
I don't think you understand, right? That you walking away from getting up, going F you, and then walking away really deeply triggered my insecurities. And we all have insecurities, and you deeply, deeply triggered my insecurities. That's why I went off. That's why I went off, and I thought into my head, you don't care, you didn't like me, you don't love me, because I just don't see how anyone that loves a girl would fucking just leave them like that. It's just weird. It's just weird to me. I don't care what anyone says. They can make me out to be the bad guy, but that was not okay. And I've got a daughter, and I know that girls' insecurities do get triggered by any little behaviour. And because I was drunk, which you should know, obviously you knew I was drunk. I wouldn't say I was drunk at that point, but I'd had a couple. You should have maybe been more mindful.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit there and let you shout abuse at me.
I wasn't shouting at you. I rang Top Welly. So when I rang Top Welly, right, so no, wait a minute. I rang Top Welly. I said, Top Welly, before Barker walked off, did you hear me shout at him? She said no.
Well, you did.
She said no. Well, she said no.
You did.
She told me on the phone she didn't even know why you'd gone up and left. She was sat next to me. Well, then why did she not hear it? If she was sat next to me and she did
Stop
not hear me
denying
shout
it.
at
You are treating me like shit, and I'm not a doormat. I'm going to naturally walk off.
I
I
don't
need a
treat you
breathing
like
space.
SHIT though. I was having a drink yesterday. I said to you, don't stop saying words that get me bananaed. I've had this with you all week because you
You
say
were
it
calling
until...
me a bastard and
No,
all
I
sorts of shit.
wasn't.
Yes, you
Oh my
fucking
God,
were.
Top Welly needs to get in the box. Let me get her in the box because she said to me, I didn't say nothing to you. And I didn't. You
think
just
I
got
just
up and
walked
went
off for the
F you
crack?
and walked away from me.
You think I walked off for the crack?
I don't know. You do it all the time. You run away all the time. It's your thing.
You are bullshitting here. You're nasty, so I walked off.
No, I wasn't being nasty. I wasn't.
Yes, you are. You're
exaggerating.
100%. I swear on every dead person's grave in my family,
Oh,
you
go
were being a
away.
horrible, nasty person.
Yeah, I'm a horrible, nasty person. Yeah, so horrible. So horrible. I'm not meeting anyone again off the app. I'm done with it. Yeah. I'm not meeting other people that drink either. I'm not drinking with other people off the app. Me drinking is enough for me to deal with. Then to go and meet other TikTokers or other people that I made friends with and having these drinking sessions, it's not okay. It doesn't work out. I lose control as soon as I've had my first drink. Yes, I do. So it's not good to be around people that are going to encourage that. It's not ever going to happen. You know, my friend Kayla, who I go to London with, yeah? I've been to London with her. She's had a sleepover at my house. We've been to Manchester. She has never once told me to drink. And you know, if she wants a drink, right, she'll go, I'm having a drink, right, but if you don't want one, I won't have one. She's so mindful. But I'm like, you know what? She makes me feel that comfortable. She can have a drink, right, because I don't feel like I'm getting badgered and I don't even feel like I need one. It's the worst thing for me to be around people that are going to go, have one, have a shot, have this, have that, blah, 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 blah. Because I actually didn't want a bender yesterday. I didn't want a bender. Top Welly wanted a bender. I didn't. Before you know it, you're with people that do that. You 10 drinks in, freaking whatever. I don't want friends like that. I'm not saying she's a bad friend, but I don't need to be around people like that. Like I've met other people off this app, right, who understand I have a problem with alcohol, not on a daily basis, because you guys see me sober all the time, but I have a problem where if I have one, I'm going to have 50. Yeah, I can't be around people that are going to go on benders with me and encourage it and want to do shots. I didn't want to do it. Maybe if I was around someone who understood that actually I'm not going to encourage her to do shots because I do need support in that area. I do have a problem with it. So the last thing I need is to be, so it's my fault for fucking going there in the first place. I'll take responsibility. How about that? Yeah? It's my fault. I shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have gone, shouldn't have drank, shouldn't have met someone that likes a drink. There you go. Lesson learned. Never happen again. Yeah, because I'm gonna say this. Top Welly wanted to be on it. She was on it. She was on it. She wanted to do shots, and that's fine. She can do that. She's a grown adult. She hasn't been out for 2 years. I'm not putting the woman down for it. I'm not saying she's in the wrong for wanting to drink, but I'm saying that I let myself down by being around someone who wanted that when it's not good for me. Do you know what I mean? I've done it once and it ain't gonna happen again. And that's not me putting the woman down. So let's get it right. If she can handle it and she can do the shots and all that, fine. I should have been strong enough to say, do you know what? I like you as a friend, Totweller, and we get along, but I don't think meeting up is gonna be helpful. And I wasn't strong. I fucking went and, you know. I don't think Barker understands. I just don't think. I think a very immature guy would think how he thinks. I think. I've seen men love women. Yeah, I know what love looks like because I watch people. I'm a people watcher, and men generally do not leave their women. So for him to leave me the way he did and making sure she got home, honestly has really hurt me. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if you lot are saying I'm so unreasonable. Do you know what? That is how I felt, and my feelings are also valid. My feelings are also valid. Yeah, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of coming on the app and everyone acting like I'm the bad guy. Fucking the only person I'm ever gonna go away with again is Kayla. Or she's the only one that understands me. You know, if I say to her no once, like, so, like, if she says, "Oh, do you want to get?" What it is with Kayla, right? If she says to me, "Do you want a shot?" and I say no, she will not ask me again. She will not ask me to have a shot. If I say no, she will not even go there. She won't go on, out. You know, she doesn't do that. But with Top Welly, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing because she's allowed to be how she wants to be, and I'm not saying she's a bad girl, but yesterday, I said to Top Welly, I don't want a shot. She kept asking me to take shots. We're doing shots. I said no. I must have said no about 10 times yesterday. And she wasn't having any of it. And like I said, I'm not bitching about her, but there's differences in friends in it. Some friends get it. Some friends don't because they think because they're all right, everyone else is going to be all right. Yeah, but I did. It just no. It's just not. I'm not. It's just no. It's just not. It just didn't. No. I'm not blaming other people, Paula. I'm saying that it's a collection of things. I've come on here to say how it is from my perspective. It's fine if you don't agree with it. It's fine, but I've got my own take on things, and like I said, my feelings are just as valid as anybody else's. Brina, you wasn't even there. What are you on about? What are you on about, Brina? You wasn't even there. I don't even know why you've got a bee in your bonnet, Brina. I just can't wait for this day to end. Honestly, I'm going to wake up so fresh tomorrow. I'm going to be so happy waking up fresh, get a shower, chill in my house. Brina, you've spammed the comments and you're doing my head in. You was not there. You're going on like I'm bitching about Top Wally. I'm not bitching about her. I felt so unloved yesterday. I felt so unloved this morning. Does that not fucking matter? Does it not matter that I felt unloved, that I've been through trauma and my partner made me feel unloved? Well, my ex-partner, he had no regard of how I got home today. But yeah, I get on a train watching the FYP. Oh, you okay? Giving her a cuddle, giving her £20, doing this, that, the other. Do you know how unloved I felt? And I know the majority of you lot are women. You would also feel the same. So don't even lie to me, girls, yeah? You would also feel the same. I'm sorry. I know what girls are like. I'm a woman. I know how we feel. I've got strong emotions. I feel things deeply. I did. I felt unloved, Joanne. I did. And I felt even more unloved today. And do you know what? I'll never ever forgive it. I'll never ever go to Scotland to go see that guy ever. Done. I'll never see Top Welly again. Ever. Ever. Not because I hate her. Just I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with it. You don't go around just cuddling people. Listen, Brina, I don't give a shit what you think, to be honest. You're just weird. Exactly, Kerry. Kerry, get in the box. Kerry knows exactly exactly how I'm feeling. Brina, go away. Go away, please. Go away. Right, well, I've just got one thing to say to you, yeah? I'm not going to do any exposure lives on you. I'm not going to sit here and slate you. Honestly, I'm not going to sit here and spill any beans. There's no beans to spill, guys. Do you know what? Because everything that you needed to see, you saw it yesterday. My life is private. I've got nothing to say about Barker's private life. I don't give a fuck. I've got my own little shit I like to do in my private time. It's no one's business on the app. There's going to be no exposure lives. I'm going to just say how I feel today and move on from it tomorrow because I've got other things to think about. So don't go around thinking, Barker, you need to keep me sweet like you did with Ems when you sent her a sports car because I'm going to do some massive exposure on you. There's no to say. There's nothing to say.
Yeah. I just wanted to answer the question about hugging Topwelly. As soon as I met her yesterday, I gave her a hug. And then at the end of the night, I gave her a hug and I said, probably see you in my next life. Because I knew I'd never see her again. And yeah, there's no big deal about it. And you were saying that you were hurt that I made sure she got home. You were hurt at the start of the night.
When you walked away from me, yeah.
Before I even made sure she got home.
Yeah, so you got to think that I was hurt in the beginning of the night and then to feel like that in the morning. That's double whammy, no?
You left before I did in the morning.
You were huffing and puffing in bed. You're going, I even tried to cuddle you last night. You weren't having none of it. So do you know what? Exactly, there you go then. So you got to think that you made me feel like that. Go back to the hotel, try and cuddle it off. Maybe, forget, because it was alcohol fueled. So maybe I thought, he knows we've had a drink. We're going to feel different when we're sober. You didn't want to have any of it. Then you were huffing and puffing. So I packed my stuff in the morning and I put my stuff downstairs. I walked to the shop to go get some water, a bottle of flavoured water. This is the flavoured water I got from the shop at the end of the road. I get back and you've left your keys and left me. You didn't even think to text me or ask me how I was getting home, if I was okay. You was not bothered. You was not bothered one bit.
Yeah, and just to clarify something else, any shot that Topwelly bought you didn't drink.
Yeah, because I didn't drink it. I gave it to you because I said to her, she'll think that I've drank it if you drink the shot. I didn't want to do shots.
I'm kind of making out that she's made you drink loads of shots, and she didn't. I drank them all.
Okay, good. Yeah, you see it from your perspective. That's fine. That's fine. Everyone understands what I'm trying to say. I told her once.
You're not letting anyone come up.
What it is, Barker, you just want people to slate me so you're still likeable. I've got no interest in making anyone hate you. I honestly wish the best for you. I don't want no bad to happen to you, just like I don't want anything to happen to my other exes, whatever goes on. You've seen me what I'm like. I'm not interested in making your life a misery. Do not sit here and seem to think, right, that I'm going to come out here and start slating you week in, week out, because I'm not going to. I'm not. I don't want that. Yeah, and I just feel like you're coming into my box to save your own skin because you think, oh, she's going to do what Ems did.
It's because your version of events is bullshit.
All I know is how I feel about it, and watching you watch her reject my calls is a bit weird.
Not really. I already explained that.
But you didn't know where I was at that point. So you were happy, just sat there eating your chips with her in the hotel room, watching her reject my calls. But yet you want to make sure she gets home in the morning. You're not making sense.
Has anyone got that FYP video? Is there a timestamp on it?
I saw it later. I saw it, but I didn't save it. I didn't save the FYP. I don't save FYP video, so I'd play it to you now. Look, actually, someone tag me in it, please.
I've seen the video. You don't have to play it to me, but I just want to know what the timestamp of that video.
Why do you need to know what?
I phoned you probably 20 seconds after that.
No, you fucking didn't.
I can guarantee you I would have done. Because I was constantly phoning.
So, yeah, I don't know where that video would be. Let me see if I can find it.
And abuse. That's all
I know what you're like and I know what you're thinking, right? You enjoy using TikTok. I'm not here, like I said, Barker, I'm not here to make your life a misery.
I'm not here to annoy you. I just want you to kind of realize that you were drunk and you said a lot of things last night.
Yeah, but does that mean you can still leave me though? Are you not taking any responsibility for leaving me?
When?
When you walked away from me when we were sat in the bar.
I left you a top welly. You were both live together.
But you still think that's okay?
I left you a top welly.
Do you not see how that's triggered me though?
I can see why it's triggered you, but you were triggered before that because I got you over something so trivial because I got you banned. In fact, I'm going to get the video replay of that because I've got that. And that word that I said that got you banned, you and Topwelly were openly saying it as well. And it was a couple of minutes later you were banned. So
I just think that you haven't made sure I've been all right all day. And then as soon as I go live to talk about what happened yesterday, you want to come in the box to save your own skin. But I'm not here to, like I said, I don't think you asked about me. I don't think you bothered, honestly, Barker, I don't think you bothered for me one bit. Because if you were bothered about me, you would have made sure I was all right this morning. You would have made sure I got home. Nothing. You want to come in the box now because I'm talking about it. To me, you just did it for yourself.
Everyone who was watching last night knows exactly what happened and how AR stirred the shit right up completely, and you believe every word that comes out of his mouth for some reason. You're basically lying to your viewers with your version of events.
All right, okay then.
Well, it's making out me and Topwelly were doing this, having a bath together, all sorts of shit.
Did you go in the bath?
Nonsense. I did not go in the bath. I said to Brett, being sarcastic, because he was like, I can't remember how it went, are you okay? And I was just like, yeah, I'm just running a bath. And I pretended to run the bath.
So you're not going to think Topwelly, you're not going to think Topwelly's husband, boyfriend's going to see that and not understand that sarcasm.
The only thing Topwelly's boyfriend probably had an issue with is what you were saying. I wasn't doing anything remotely, anything to insinuate that me and Topwelly were doing anything. It was the biggest bunch of bullshit I'd ever heard. It was all bullshit. Maybe you should watch your live replays as well.
You can't get live replays when you're banned.
Oh. It was more because Brett had asked, are you okay, or something like that, and I was just like, yeah, I'm just running a bath. It was a sarcastic comment that trolls and whoever took the wrong way, I guess. But yes, I'm not really wanting to fall out and go back and forward with you. I just wanted to say my version of events because you probably can't remember a lot of them.
All I remember is being in a pub and this woman sat next to me and she was helping me do my bingo and she was so lovely and yeah, it was really nice actually. I enjoyed myself in there.
See, all I was thinking about is when we find out what pub you're in, I was like, don't want to go in that pub and get you and be a massive fucking scene.
Well, why would you think there'd be a scene though? You have
That's why me and Topwelly got to the pub and then I went back to the hotel then and she went in and got you. Which I think went better than I thought it was going to go. I thought she was going to leather you, to be honest.
Can everyone send their heart music, please? I'm going to block every single one of you. I'm getting back to normal tomorrow.
Yeah.
Got home in one piece. That's the main thing. I'm grateful for that.
You are an adult, and you like.
Well, if I'm an adult, then why did you go out and look after Topwelly then? If you want to go look after other women, you're more than welcome to do that, because you're not my problem.
How do you mean? When did I go and look after Topwelly?
When you went out, waited for her to go sort a taxi out, went again. But then with me, okay, let's get it right. Then with me, you want to go, well, you're an adult. Well, isn't she an adult then?
I got a message of Eileen saying, will you go out because there's a weird guy following her around while she's waiting for a taxi. That's why I went out. But yesterday, I made out to you, I was just going out for a fag because the way you were acting.
Yeah, but yeah, okay then. Well, she's an adult though, remember? You just said it in your own words. You're an adult, she's an adult.
You are an
can
adult. You know how to work the train service. It was the next day. You left the room before I did with all your stuff.
All right, okay, Barker, cool.
So
A weird guy could have been following you for all you knew. He knew exactly, Kerry. So he's not got the same standards for me as he was
Harry,
doing.
like when we phoned her and asked where she was the first time, she should have just said, "I am here." And I don't know when I had gone back to that bar and seen Topwelly. We were getting spammed of where you were, and then she went for a piss that went on for about 10 minutes for some reason. And then you'd been kicked out of that bar by the time that had happened. All we were told was you were heading for the train station. So that's why we went back to the hotel and the train station around that area, because that's where we wanted to cut you off and find you. We weren't going to search every bar after that. It was a big place. I even got lost in it yesterday, actually. I couldn't work how to get back to the bar that we're in, and I had to go on my Google Maps timeline. Believe it or not. But I generally thought you were still at that bar with Topwelly. So
Right, I'm just going to open boxes and get it out of the way now. You can have a nice time watching everyone slate me. And enjoy your fucking life, Mark. That's all I've got to say. I'm done with you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
What was I going to say? I did say to Barker to go out to Topwelly. There was that guy, I don't know if you've seen it on the video, but he went up to her and he was trying to talk to her.
But then how is he not bothered? But anyone could have spoken to me though, so I'm not
in bed. You're in bed safe in a hotel.
In the morning at 6 o'clock in the
fair.
morning.
That's fair. Okay, that's completely fair. I agree. That's okay.
Well,
that's
give a shit more about Topwelly, but then instead of how I'm getting home in the morning.
On that night, last night, she was unsafe. And would you now? What I want to say to you is, if it was you that was in Topwelly's shoes, and Barker was her partner, would you not look at him as the man to go and protect that girl yourself?
He walked away from me, so it's a bit weird, actually.
You're in bed safe. She wasn't. She was scared.
I still had to make my own way at 6 o'clock this morning.
Yes,
home, and he had no regard for me. So how can he pick and choose which girl he wants to protect? Is it not the girl that he's actually in a relationship
I think because it's night time, she's on her own. There's a man hovering about, asking her questions, trying to get in her face. I think it's scarier for obviously at night when you're on your own. You chose to get up at 6 and leave. You chose all these things. Topwelly didn't choose to be left on her own in the middle of the town on her own. So I did text Big B and I says, please go check her out. That's not okay that she's out there on her own. That guy could have just been wanting to be her friend or chat to her. There's no saying what he did or didn't want, but it was scary. And I was worried for Topwelly's. And I think it's great that your boyfriend went to protect your friend. I think you should have been proud of him that he'd done that. If my partner did that, knowing I was safe already, first and foremost, and went to check out my mate and make sure they were all right, I'd be proud of my man.
Right, okay, yeah, but then he leaves me to get home, still hungover in the morning.
Yeah, that's all right. Again, you chose to do that, and that's up to you.
Doesn't he have a responsibility to ask if I'm okay, though?
Yeah, he does, absolutely.
But he didn't know. This is the point
that's on him. But what I'm talking about the Topwelly situation, and Barker told you it was me that texted. It was, and I'm delighted he went. And if I was you, for him, I'd be like, yeah, well done, looking after my mate. You were safe in the hotel. Do you know, that girl wasn't safe, for a fact.
Yeah. The train station at 6 in the morning was
out to her, that guy left. He seen Barker and he scattered. So that proves to me extra that he was looking her for something. He went up to her and he said, well, you're so pretty. And she was like, yeah, thanks. So never mind if he was intending on doing anything or not. The fear was in her that he may have done something. So potentially your boyfriend helped and stopped a potential threat
Yeah.
with their son. So for that, if I was you and that was my partner, I'd be thanking him and saying, "Brilliant, well done, love."
But
The rest-
I'm not talking. I'm talking about the way he's treated me and made me feel. But you guys don't seem to think that that's an issue, which is fine.
that again.
So you're thinking that I'm trying to
not-
take away from Top Welly or her safety. No, that's
Yeah, it
fine.
did sound like
But
that a few times.
I am. My point is, he didn't have the same respect for me. That's my point.
Again, that's this morning when you made your decision to leave.
Well,
'cause
I mean,
he's
whether
fucking
I made a
pussy,
decision
and that's
or not,
okay.
whether I made a decision or not to get a train or whatever, it should have been his responsibility as my man to make sure I was okay. If you don't agree with that, fine. That's fine. But that is my gripe with him. My gripe isn't with Top Welly and her safety and not wanting her to be safe. My gripe is that whether I put myself in a vulnerable position or not, if he knows I'm vulnerable, well, why not give me the same respect?
Yeah, fair enough. And you can have that argument with him on that. But what you were saying,
he made me feel unloved. He made me feel unwanted.
You know what?
He was more interested in Top Welly's safety, and that's how I feel about it.
yeah, you want to be grateful he looked after Top Welly's safety last
But you're trying
night.
to act like I'm not grateful that he's looked after Top Welly. I'm glad Top Welly's got home safe. It'd be nothing more horrendous if anything happened to her. But you're not taking into consideration how he's made me feel. I'm not trying to take anything away from Top Welly, Eileen. I think you're getting it confused. I'm not saying that she should have been left. What I'm saying is,
That's actually what happened.
Why did he not protect me or want me to be home? Why has he not messaged me all day?
Because you two were arguing. I don't know. That's up to
Well,
you.
there you go, but you're making excuses for him. The only reason he has come in my box now is because he thinks I'm going to badmouth him and his reputation.
that's not why.
He does not give two F's about me, and that is how I feel.
Well, that's how you feel. That's not how it looks. That's not how it sounded. He walked away to stop an argument last night. That was clear to see to someone that's blind. Whenever you two were talking about such a thing, you and Top Welly, and he interjected with his words, you got mad at him because don't forget we were live with Top Welly at the same time, so we could hear everything that was going on, even though you were off.
Yeah.
So we were all there. And he got up and left, and you were like, shit, where's he gone? Why's he gone? You were safe with Top Welly. He didn't leave you stranded in the middle of the arse.
I don't feel like he should have left me, period. And that is my feelings on it, Eileen.
What's your
And that's
feelings,
my
yeah?
stance on it. And if whether you agree with me or not, that's fine. I'm going to let you have your say. But I was in that situation, and I do not think that's okay. And that's just my...
That's entirely up to you, isn't it? That is yours and his relationship. But you're now on here, so everybody's... That's why I asked you earlier, is it beneficial for you for everybody to have their input on your private life?
Well, everyone saw it yesterday. I'm the one getting slated all over the app, left, right, and centre. So do I not have a chance? Do I not have a right to defend myself?
Well, if you're coming on to defend yourself, do so. But we're all in your box right now. You're shouting at Brina. You were shouting at Joanne last night. You said some things that you really need to retract and apologise to people for. You were going to do some awful things that you were going to get into trouble for, which
No, Eileen, that's just drunk talk. I say so many things. It's like when CLA is going, I'm going to booyaka this person or do this or do that, because CLA comes out with quite like...
the trouble she gets herself
No,
into. You don't want that.
It's just talk. It doesn't mean it's real.
Yakking someone sounds a bit better than what you said.
No, but we've all seen other people say things on the app, though. So don't act like I'm the only one.
Did you make sure Barker got home safe?
But I'm the woman, though. He's a man.
Doesn't matter.
It's
Can't be sexy.
2025.
Right, okay, then that's fine. Then when it's 2025, then Top Welly could have made sure she was at home safe then.
He wasn't safe last night, though, see.
Well, but then neither was I, though. I don't want to be with you anymore, Barker. It's done. I'm going to bin your clothes and you just get out of my box. I want everyone out of my box. I will not be speaking about that man again. I don't want nothing to do with him. I won't be doing any hate lives. How I feel about it is how I feel about it. If he wants to not understand my feelings and how he's made me feel, I've got nothing else to say to him. I've got nothing else to say to him. I just want to get over this hangover. I just want to start afresh and just move on from it. I'm not trying to take anything away from Top Welly. I'm glad she got home safely. It's not about her being on her own. I don't want her to be on her own. But the point is, why is no one bothered about me? But it's all right though. No one ever is, are there? So and that's fine. Barker can make his friends, fire up his lives, get drunk, do his boxes because that's what he likes doing. And I understand what his stance is on things now. Not once has he said, I understand how you feel. I should have stayed with you. I should have made sure you got home okay. He's not said any of that. No. Seems like it's one rule for one and another rule for someone else. Yeah. Just leave him to it. Don't give me that shit, Brina. You wasn't worried about me one bit. I know, they're not understanding. No one said, I get it. He should have made sure you got home safe. He's your partner, he's your boy. He's not even fucking said that. He's gone, right, you got up in the morning, you went, not my problem. Oh, am I not your problem? Am I not your problem then? Fine. Guys, can everyone send their heart me's in, please? I need to get to 1k heart me's on this account, and there's 2.1k people in here. So I really would appreciate if everyone sends their heart me's in. He shouldn't have let you walk off alone after drinking. Exactly, Bella. Exactly. No one's saying that though, are they? Honestly, he's only come in the box, right? Because he doesn't want me saying not bad about him. I know what he's like. He ain't asked. He's not bothered. He's not bothered. He just cares about himself. He ain't asked at all. He's not asked. I know what he's like, man. I've noticed his patterns. He's just doing this to save his own skin on TikTok. But I'm not saying that, he shouldn't have a good time on TikTok. I wish him all the best on TikTok. I wish him all the friends on TikTok. Like, I wouldn't want to ruin anyone's reputation on TikTok. It's, I've had it done to me, being slated all over the app. It's, people trying to run you off. I don't want to run anyone off the app. Everyone's got a right to use the app. But I know he has only come in my box because he thinks I'm going to try and run him off the app, but he doesn't know me. Because I wouldn't do that. But if he cared, he would have made sure I got home early. He could have rang my sister. He's not even rang my sister. He's got my sister's number. He could have said to my sister, is she okay? No, not one. He's not text anyone. He's not text anyone asking how I am. He rang her last night, Brina. I've spoken to my sister today. My sister's rang me multiple times today. Why are you acting like you know everything, Brina, when you don't? He has not rang my sister once today or text her asking her if I was okay and got home. Yeah, last night, so stop lying, Brina. You're spamming the comments with nonsense. Says it all. The only reason he's come in my box is because he thinks I am going to try and run him off the app and do exposures. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. He's not bothered about me. He's not bothered. Because he rang his sister. He rang her last night. He didn't ring her today to make sure I got home okay.
Hi, Han. I was in hospital last night, but I was watching it as much as I could. And knowing that Barker criticises your drinking, and knowing that I think sometimes he does do things to wind you up when you're drinking. So he shouldn't have left you, because he should have known this was going to become a problem, because he knows your insecurities. Unfortunately, AR must have seen something, and he was in there like, I don't know, a dog on heat. He could not wait to wind you up. He was just making things 1,000 times worse. And with regards to, they were looking for you. They generally were, which I know you know is true. They were looking for you. Top Welly was in the loo for about 10 minutes. They really did look for you. But by then, AR had done the damage. He should have. He did the right thing in making sure Top Welly was safe, because I did see that creepy man, and that was scary. And again, I would be proud if someone had done that. But if my other half had left me, even knowing, because when I used to get a bit like that when I was drinking, and if my other half had done that to me when I was drinking, I would have kicked off too. And then to blame...
Exactly, but then today, this is my other point. He's not asked if I've got home, he's not texted my sister, he's not rang, he's not given one shit how I've got home. And then as soon as I come on TikTok, he wants to come in the box because he thinks I'm going to fucking out him about. I've got nothing to out him about. He's a normal guy like everybody else, guys. No one's perfect in the house. Everyone likes doing their own thing. I would never use someone's little things that they have like in their personal lives against them. We all have it. I do. Yeah. But he is only in my box. I'm telling you now, Jojo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He could have texted you.
Because he thinks I'm going to do this big exposure, which I'm not fucking interested in. If he was that bothered, why did he not text me this morning? Does that not look suspicious to you?
Yeah. No, it
does, doesn't it?
And the other thing is, you respected his triggers. You've never put him on camera. He's triggered by not wanting to be shown. And then
he's swinging the camera left, right and centre, showing his face all over the app. And he's all right with that?
I don't know that bit. I don't know if I've seen. I don't know.
I've seen his face. She's fucking put the camera on him. All sorts. I have never, ever, ever done that, even when I have been drunk. I'm so careful.
I know you are. And it's just the fact that because I was like that, and I've got to be honest, I had to stop drinking.
But I think Eileen thinks, right, I'm pissed off that he went to make sure Top Welly's okay. I'm not pissed off at the fact that he's made Top Welly. I'm glad she's got home safe. I would never live with myself if something happened to her. Actually, I'll probably get so much hate on this app, but I'm so glad the girl got home safe. I really am. My point is, he hasn't, as the man, made sure I'm okay too. So to me, as a female, it's really affected me that he made sure someone else got home, but not me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, he basically just left you to travel and do whatever and not even ask how you were.
I was still drunk this morning as well. Yeah. I was still drunk this morning. I could have fallen on the train tracks. I could have gone on the wrong train. I could have fallen asleep on the train. Ended up somewhere I didn't know. He gave no shit. But yeah, he was okay to make sure Top Welly got home though. But all those things could have happened to me even worse.
If somebody cares about you, no matter how bad, and I've been in the past, like I said with this before, the things have happened, I would always get a text, are you okay? Or he would have got my friends to make sure I was safe or do something. It wasn't good. He should have said, he should have rang your family and said, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, he's got my sister's number. He's got my mum's number. He could have said, I've been on the phone to my sister today. She said that he hasn't rang me at all. I said, he's not even made sure I was okay. Not text or nothing.
No. And it's everyone's different when they drink. But if you've got a partner that's wary of someone drinking, because I used to do what you used to do, explode or whatever sometimes. Unfortunately, it does happen to people. My other half wouldn't then be encouraging me. He's really funny at home with you. You don't need to know about, you don't need to know about. But then was quite happy to go in bars and stuff. And he must have known. And to walk out, that would have been like lighting a bit of dynamite.
Yeah, because with me, you'll see it when I'm drinking at home, I'm fine until something triggers my insecurities, triggers my past, triggers my traumas, and that's it. I'm kind of gone for the night. That
Yeah.
was one of those things that triggered me yesterday, and he just didn't care.
No, and again, you were in a different town, so that's the bit. If this had happened where you lived, at least you could have just gotten a local taxi and
Oh
just.
yeah, I would know how to get home from anywhere in my town.
You got family to ring and stuff like that, but to be left somewhere where you don't really know, and you're drunk and it's dark, that is, he
Thank
must
you
have
very
known.
much, Jojo. I'm glad you understand what I'm trying to say, because I think Eileen thinks that I didn't want Topwelly to get home safely.
No, we all wanted it.
That's
We
not
were
the,
all I
not
did
the
see.
point. That's not the point I'm making. It's not about he should have left Topwelly. I'm not saying he should have left
you-
her.
no,
But
you're
what I'm
doing-
saying is, I deserve to feel loved and wanted, and I deserve to made feel like he wants me to get home safe too.
Yes,
So
of course, and he definitely did the right thing, because I saw this bit. Everyone, I typed that somebody needs to go there. This man was as creepy as you like. Kept going into like a bank thing that opens like these electric doors, coming up to and talking to her, and then going and staring at her. The minute Barker turned up, I mean, I was typing, "Someone ring her a taxi." I would do it, but I can't ring from here. Somebody's got to get her home. When he turned up, the guy disappeared, and then the taxi turned up. So he absolutely did the right thing, but he should have been in contact with you also today.
there you go. Thank you very much, Jojo.
I'm not on
Thank
people's
you.
sides, but I'm just seeing it how I would have seen it.
No, honestly, I don't think he gives a fuck at all. It's made me realise, like, nah, that's just not for me. Like, I can't live with that. That's actually, like, really
you want to
hurts me a
know that
lot.
your other half, no matter how naughty you've been, has kind of got your back.
Exactly.
It can tell you off, or not tell you off, that sounds, but you can have your argument afterwards and, gone through what happened last night. But at least in the back of your mind, well, he did wonder where I was, or he had, made.
Yeah, and I've got nothing to fall back on, because to me, he's only come in my box to save his own skin and not look like a tit on the internet, which is fine. But then why not have the same energy in the morning? Why not have the same energy in the afternoon? Why not chat to me then?
Yeah, no, I would have.
That energy that he's had now isn't there, is it? So that says it all, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's such a shame, because the night before you lot were having such a laugh, eating your takeaways and laughing and chatting, and I even commented something like, "It's nice to see you, guys chilled and doing everything."
Oh, Stacey, thank you so much.
And then that happened. It's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Thank you, Stacey.
It really is. But yeah. But so at least she got home.
Well, you understand my point then, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, nobody in last night's circle was perfect at all. We know that, but we do know nothing went on, and we do know that she was definitely looking for you. I think Barker could have been out looking. I mean, Barker was back doing whatever, as far as I can gather, and she was out looking for you. He should have been out looking for you.
I don't think you were bothered, to be honest.
She did do
He's
the
a very
girl
unbothered guy.
in the fact that to me, this is like an outsider. I don't know either of you personally. She did make sure that you were safe and sound. She could have left you. You could have had someone that would go, "Oh,
Yeah, no, that's
really
fair
did make
enough.
sure you were safe."
Like I said, I'm not slating her. Like,
No.
I'm not slating her at all. I've not come on here to slate her, but there's certain things that I also didn't like about last night. And does that not matter as well? Does it
No,
not
I mean,
matter my
everyone's-
point of view? Does it not matter about how I feel?
Of course it matters. Of course it matters for how everybody feels. Without doubt.
Stacey.
But yeah, I just had to say, I mean, it's my feelings about, I did behave a bit like that, and he was always there for me.
And a drunk girl is an
Oh,
emotional
worse.
wreck. A drunk girl is an emotional wreck. So you've got to think, I felt like I've got left yesterday.
Yeah.
But then my emotions have gone into overdrive. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thinking that he doesn't love me, he doesn't like me, he's not bothered about me. But then on top of that, he made me feel like that this morning as well. And then to only get in my box now, and he's not even asked how I am, if I got home in one piece. Well, you can imagine, I'm actually feeling even more shittier now than I did when I was out yesterday. Because at least yesterday I was sat in a pub playing bingo,
Yeah.
being happy.
If he saw your suitcase there as well and would have known,
He knew I didn't leave the hotel. My suitcase was downstairs on the table because he left the keys on top of it.
he should have messaged to say, "I hope you got the train."
Where are you? Or are you okay? Let's chat. Let's Let's have a plan. Let me tell you what I'm doing. Let me get you to the station. Nothing. Fucking nothing. Nothing all day. But he wants to get into my box now to save your skin. Okay, then. Yeah, all right, Barker. I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah, no, that is a bit, the absolute radio silence until then you go live. Is come on, Barker.
Exactly.
So, he's coming to say hello. I'm not anti-Barker either. I'm not anti you.
Firstly, I did let you know my plans this morning. I sent you a message.
Yeah, you said, I am going. You text me, right? I've got the message. I'll show everyone.
Yeah. Yesterday, about 3 a.m, I messaged Samara to let her know the situation as well. I didn't tell her I was leaving. That was a decision I made this morning after you left the hotel room.
But my bag was downstairs, though. So you text me. You text me this. You text. I went to go get a bottle of water. You text me saying, I've booked the 6:49 train home. I've left your room key on your luggage so you can get back into the room. You haven't texted me saying, how are you getting home? Are you okay? Where are you? Because you didn't see me. You just left.
As far as I knew, you would get the normal train home. You know how to get on trains. This morning, that train station was booming. There was hundreds of people about. There was nothing wrong going to happen with you. There was no dodgy men about this morning. It was all businessmen commuting to their work and stuff like that.
Maybe so, but it's still the thought of somebody saying, are you okay? Did you make it home? Are you okay? Did you get a train? Just that kind of...
Yeah, why have you come in my box now? Just because I fired up alive? You're thinking I'm going to say... I'm not saying you. I am just talking about my perspective of last night. Once this is over, Barker, I will not be mentioning you again on a live. I won't be going...
But listen, what you don't realise is you say stuff that's irreversible. Like when you're drunk, you say stuff
But that's drunk talk, though. If you went to town on a Friday and Saturday night, look at Rob, for God's sake. Rob, when he's drunk on this app, he says all sorts about kids, being a child. We've heard what Rob says. But then he's drunk talk, so you want to give an excuse to other people drunk talking. But when I drunk talk, I'm the worst person in the world. Okay, then.
You split up with me last night, remember?
So even though I split up with you last night, that would make... And what's your point?
In every single FYP video, you wanted me to go home to Scotland. You wanted me to do this.
I can't even remember that, but it's fine. If you remember it, that's fine, but I can't remember it.
Watch the FYP, because it's all on there.
But then I was drunk, though. I was hammered. I went to a pub, so why the fuck are you listening to a drunk girl? Do you see what I'm saying, Jojo? I'm drunk. I'm drunk.
The hotel at 6 a.m.
My bag was downstairs on the table.
Yeah, and you're threatening to glass people in the face.
I say all sorts when I'm drunk. I say stuff about my own mother when I'm drunk. Never laid a hand on her. Never laid a hand on you. Didn't lay a hand on Totweller. I say so much. But it's all right for you lot to be okay with everyone else when they piss drunk talking.
It's embarrassing. People shouldn't have to deal with that. People around you shouldn't have to deal with that. You're doing this on an app with thousands of people watching. It's bloody embarrassing.
But then, Barker, if you're going to go out drinking with someone that there is a potential a certain drink might set her off or something, would it not be a better idea to have gone for a meal maybe and a coffee and just done something else instead of going to bars?
I don't call the shots. She calls the shots, not me. She wants to drink, she will drink. Even on nights when I didn't want her to drink, she will still drink and say, fine, I'm drinking on my own then.
I hope you heard me, I'm just telling you my point of view, how I agree that a man should always make sure the person's got home with her, they've split up, done whatever, had the biggest argument, sober or drunk.
I get that on the night, the room before I have packed all their stuff, hasn't said a word, just left the room. It's a slightly different story.
Well, I was just saying about that, but my point also was I do hope you heard making sure she got home,
The fact is, I don't want to be on live streams arguing. That's just, no one does.
I
It's
couldn't.
good for getting the viewers in, but it's a horrible feeling. It's embarrassing. That's why I walked away. But like I said, I came back. I thought she would still be there, and she wasn't. It was just Lisa that was there. Where is Lisa anyway? Well, how come she hasn't been in?
I don't think she's in actually. I'm not too
Maybe.
sure. But
She honestly hasn't done anything, and nothing should be getting compared to Lisa. Nothing.
oh, there she is.
I'm here.
Hello.
I've got 2 minutes, right? And then I am
Alright.
done with this, and I am done with this hap. Hi, Barker. Thank you, firstly, so much for getting me home safe. I massively appreciate it. The reason that Brina and everybody else is in the comments is because they were all on live with me during the entire thing that happened. I am dealing with my own shit, Manaz, because of the shit that came out of your mouth. We have had this conversation on the phone. What happened with you and Barker is fuck all to do with me. Nothing to do with me, right? I've no idea what was said. I'm not interested in what was said. The fact that you're sat there trying to say that I poured alcohol down your throat. Are you fucking joking? You were sat in the bar drinking. You sat there saying I'm the type of friend that you can't have because I was pushing shots on you. You were drinking when I rocked up to the bar.
Genuinely talking.
You were drinking. You were right. No, listen. I've listened to you waffle for an hour and 20 minutes. So let me have my say, and then I'm gone.
Then I'm gone. To do shots, and I didn't want to do shots. What's wrong with me?
Yeah, so you had one.
I've already told everyone. I'm not here to.
Yeah, you had one shot. I've just listened to you for an hour and 20 minutes say that I'm not the type of person that you want to hang around with because I drink. Right? You had one shot. When I got into the bar, no, you've spoke. Let me speak, please. Because all I've seen is shit and heard shit. So let me have my say, and then I will go.
And I'm not even.
No, I'm not acting like a victim. I'm just asking you to let me have my say.
I have not even said anything wrong about you.
I'm asking you to let me have my say, and then I'll go and I'll remain demodded, and you will never hear from me again. Last night, right, I came to the bar. When I got there, you and Barker were already drinking. I gave you a hug. I gave Barker a hug. No issues whatsoever. We then went to somewhere else, which you know where we went. I'm not going to say because of whatever. We set limits. We had a nice time. It was great. It was such a laugh. And I thought, oh my God, like you two are completely different. And if you've seen it on the FYP, I've said, you are actually so lovely and Barker's lovely. And I can see why you two love each other because you were so, so lovely to each other. Like, I was like, oh my God, now I can see why she's smiling all the time. It's amazing to see. And it's nice to see you happy, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but did I not try and stop you from doing something else while we were in the first place? Because I knew of your history. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to say it on live.
You were fine at that point, though.
Yeah, because, listen, just because you can't handle your drink, that doesn't mean that I can. I had 3 gins and I had 2 shots. That was it. That's all I had all night. The rest of my night was spent trying to find your arse, trying to find Barker's arse, and sat on my own, right? The reason that Kyle is pissed off with me is because of the shit that came out of your mouth, Court. Not because of my actions, not because of anything I did, because of the stuff that came out of your mouth.
Yeah, but you got to think how I'm feeling. If I've been left...
Yeah, I totally agree. And did I or did I not? Did I or did I not say on the phone to you earlier that Barker should not have left you?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Thank you. But you left him. You both left me. I went in the pub to look for you because apparently that's where you were. When I came out, Barker was gone and I was on my own walking around streets. Yes, I live in Derby, but I don't fucking know the back streets. But I spent an hour on live, on my own, walking around the back streets trying to find you. And I had 1,000 people in my life who can verify that. Yeah, I woke up this morning to shit, you calling me XYZ, you accusing me of being in a bath with Barker, you doing this.
I've not called you anything.
Are you your action, your words out your mouth is the reason I'm in the position that I am now.
In the night, but at the end of the day, I haven't made you and your partner split up.
Are you joking? People were sharing him your life. Like I said to you on the phone, right, you need to take accountability for your own actions.
Everyone has said, and I said to you on the phone, I will speak to your partner, which I probably won't.
I don't want you to. Why would I want you to talk to him after the shit you were saying last night? Whatever went on with you and Barker, right, it's clear from the history that you two have had. When you two drink together, it is fucking toxic. It is toxic, right? Last night was absolutely sound. Whatever was said between you two about the whatever, right, was nothing to do with me. Nothing. Yet I spent the rest of my night after that traipsing around the streets of Derby trying to fucking find you. I was sat outside the train station on live on my own because I was by myself. I handed Barker to you. Even after you said you were going to STAB me, I still made sure that you got back safe.
When I saw you,
you did.
I didn't even shout at you.
I'm not on about then. I'm not on about that. When you're on live, when you said the same thing about Barker. I don't care.
I wasn't even anywhere near you.
No, but even after hearing that, who came finding you? Me. I found you. And even after you were on with Barker and you were saying, oh, get her away, blah, blah, she's coming for me. I still, even after all the abuse, I still fucking made sure you got back to that hotel okay. Did I or did I not?
Well, that shouldn't have been your job, that should have been his job,
Yeah,
right?
It doesn't matter, but that's me. That's me. That's the kind of person I am. Like I've said,
You're acting like I'm slating you. I'm not saying anything
I've
about
just
your
heard you saying I practically was pushing alcohol down you. You had one shot. I've also heard you say how Barker was actually some type of...
You're taking it completely the wrong way.
Anyone who's come in here and tried to defend me, you've shut down. You've shut down.
They're not. No one said anything wrong about you.
No, because they've come in to defend me.
I've not said anything wrong about you. I've not slated you. I just said that.
Yeah,
I shouldn't
you have. You have.
That's what I said.
I spoke to you on the phone, right, and I expressed to you why I was upset. I would 1,000,000% rather you fired up alive and called me a bitch, a cunt, whatever you wanted to call me. See you next Tuesday. Don't care. I don't care. I can take that, right? I can take that because I've seen firsthand what you're like when you've had a drink. You pinning all this alcohol pushing on me, you were already drinking when I arrived.
I said it was my fault. I shouldn't hang around with other drinkers.
Yeah, you said you're never going to speak to, you're never going to see me again. Fair enough, I'm never going to see you again. At the end of the day, I did nothing wrong. We were having an amazing time, and whatever happened between you and Barker...
I even said you're a nice person. I think you've got the complete end of the stick.
No, I haven't. I've been listening to it myself. I've been listening to it myself.
You're making it out like I'm being horrible to you when I'm not.
No, you've just sat there on live and said that you don't know what Kyle's seen to make him be the way that he's been with me. He saw you. He saw you and what you said.
He saw you and Barker in the hotel as well.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He saw you. You are the reason that I am in the position that I am in.
I think AR
I am in the position that
didn't
I am in because of the shit that you accuse me of online, when in actual fact, everybody else who was in my life saw me walking the streets trying to find you. I was told you were in the Alexander pub. I came to find you. I've told you this on the phone. I came in to try and find you. I said, is there somebody in here? She looks like this. Showed them your photo. They said, no, we're closed, but you're welcome to come in and look. When I came out the pub, Barker was gone. Barker was gone. So then I was left on my own. And then I tried to find you, still. And the whole shit in the room, I don't know what Barker said. He shut the door when you two were on the phone because you were arguing. I've already explained the reasons about cancelling the call. I've already explained why I was in the room, because I was charging my fucking phone. I was charging my phone. And then if you watch the live, you will see that as soon as somebody typed in what pub you were in, I said to Barker, take your phone, I'm going to find her. And I left.
Well, I rang you and you cancelled my call. That was a bit weird.
Because I've already explained this to you.
But when I thought it was Barker cancelling the call, you went and I text Barker.
Barker did cancel the call on you when you call in.
Well, you both did. Then you both cancelled the call. So I hope you had a nice time.
Barker had already argued with you. He was arguing with in the bathroom with you. You called him a puddy. You said stuff about his parents.
He said stuff about your.
Yeah, I'm saying. Listen, let me speak. Let me speak. You two said evil shit to each other. I'm not justifying anyone's behaviour. You two were horrible to each other. Right, and I'm just sat there minding
me when you've already said.
No, I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you. I'm not. I'm blaming you for the shit stuff that you said.
Well, because Kyle thinks that you've cheated on with Barker.
Because you sat there on live with 1,700 people in your live saying that I'm in a bath with Barker, and when you went to the toilet, me and Barker are trying it on.
And I was drunk, and it did come across that way at the time. Actually, yeah, it did. Actually.
And I've already spoke to you and said that I understand how that made you feel.
Well, it's not happened. Yeah, so it doesn't matter how I feel, but I'm yet the bad guy though.
No, but the damage is already done. Just own it and take fucking accountability for your actions. I've said this to you on the phone. I said to you, I would have more respect for you if you came on live and just acknowledge what you've done. Don't fucking pass the blame onto everybody else.
I've already acknowledged what I've done. I think you.
Yeah, but you've come on live and you're not acknowledging it.
You know what it is? I think you and Barker are made for each other.
Why are you comparing me to Barker? I don't want anything to do with Barker.
You don't.
She's gonna drop me now.
Sure you do. Fucking hell, weirdos, set of weirdos, as if he's not even defending me. He's not even saying, you know what, leave him to it, leave him to it. Paula, see you later. You can get blocked, Paula. See you later, Paula. Please don't come back. Top Bell, I don't want to know what to do with you. Just move away from me, please.
The whole situation is so sad. It's just awful. I think, like you said earlier.
No, I don't think I'm going to be on this app forever. I think I'm going to just get my braces at end of month, sort my bills out, and then I think I'm going to just wind down my time on this app as well. I'm done with people on this app. I'm done with always getting made out to be the bad guy. I didn't say nothing about Top Welly. I didn't slate her. I said she was up for a drink. She wanted to have shots, right? I said I shouldn't have put myself in a position being with someone who wants to drink. That's not me slating her. She hasn't done anything wrong. But then she's just come on here all guns blazing, acting like I've slated her, I've done this, I've done that. No, I'm not having it. We all heard what I said. Jojo, have I said anything wrong to that woman in this live?
Not in the live, no.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't slating her. I wasn't slating her drinking habits. I just said I should have been stronger and thought, actually, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be around someone who likes to drink as well. Me and a drinker don't go together. I'm not slating her as a person. I'm saying I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously last night was different, but again, whether it be right or wrong, because people
And
have
I do think her and Barker are going to team up now, have these phone calls, private phone calls, act like I'm the worst thing in the world, because that's what he's like. He's got no respect for me. He's got more respect for her. He's got no respect for things that I've done for him in the relationship. He wants to act like I'm the wrong one. It's fine. Leave him to it. I'm done. I really just want to move away from this app. Like, for the past 2 weeks, Jojo, like, I'm just, you could tell my heart's not been in it. I have said multiple times.
You said you wanted to leave before last night.
Yeah, I did. Like, I just don't want to be part of this app anymore. Like, I really don't think it's
so toxic
and
with all the other stuff.
Yeah, and you don't ever quite move on from stuff as well. And like when things happen in your real life, you just ignore it and do other things. Whereas you keep getting reminded of stuff every time you open this app. So
trolls just keep trolling and just keep going.
You're never really moving on from people you've met. You're never really moving on from people you're not friends with anymore. You're not really moving on from boyfriends you've met because everyone's there. Everyone's here. Whereas in the real world,
it's a TikTok world, and you can't get away.
In the real world, when a friendship's over, it's over. You don't see that person.
No.
Unless you're stalking them on Facebook, but if they blocked you, that's not possible.
And even if you block someone, there's so many, like on the FYP, and you're going to see that person, you're going to see what they've said again, you're going to see any situation, you can't get away from.
I think I've got what I wanted to get out of this app, and I am grateful for it. But for the past couple of weeks, I've said this multiple times over the past 2-3 weeks, when I've been sober, I don't want to do TikTok anymore. No. I don't want to be part of Barker's life. I don't want to be part of Top Welly's life. If they can think whatever they want about me, leave them to it. I hope they have a nice, happy life on TikTok. But I will be winding down my TikTok at some point, guys, because my heart isn't in it. It's just not in it.
It must take a lot of effort to keep doing it. I just couldn't every night to have to think of stuff to say or to have to think of stuff to go through. And the box battles are great, but there's only so many times you can do that, or the battling. And it's.
And I think now I've got what I actually wanted to do on the app, which was my braces. It's like, what am I still doing here? I'm just giving myself more heartache and more stress. But when I've achieved my goal, I've said this, I've achieved my goal, guys. I've done it. I've paid for braces. That was my goal. My goal wasn't to meet a boyfriend. My goal wasn't. Well, I'm not saying it wasn't to make friends, because I've made some fantastic friends and I've had some amazing conversations and I've been counselled and I've learned a lot. So I'm not saying I didn't set out to make friends, because I did in some sense set out to meet new people. But I think I've met the people that I've needed to meet. I've made the money that I've needed to make. And I think now it's like, this is not for me forever. So Barker, he's probably going to fire up his live. Top Welly's going to go in the box. They're going to have this fucking friendship. Leave them to it. I'm done with it. It's disgusting. This app is vile. I hate it.
I don't think they will. I don't think Top Welly will have anything to do with Barker, particularly apart from maybe occasional hello or something. But I don't think they will. I think Top Welly doesn't want this to go on anymore. And
I don't believe it. I think she's dramatising it a lot. I haven't slated her once today. I just said that she's a drinker. She wanted to do shots. I didn't want to do it. I said no. I compared it to my friend Kayla. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not me slating her. But she's completely dramatised that whole thing.
You didn't drink when you went to London, did you?
I think Top Welly is a bit of a drama queen. I'm going to say it. I think she is. I can't be arsed. I don't want that in my life. I don't have friends. I don't have people in my real life that act like that. The only people that ever act like that with me is on this app, but I'm done with it. People in my real life do not go on about shit. Who the fuck is at the door?
I think the thing is with TikTok friendships and relationships, you're kind of pushed into them and you choose who your friends are going to be. You meet people and you choose in the real world. But generally...
Yeah, like people don't go on, like people like in my real life, they let me have my moment because I do have moments. I do have a drinking thing where I do binge drink and blah, 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 for the night. But then the next day they're fine with me in my real life because they know me. They know Manaz. They know what Manaz is like. And we just carry on as business as usual. And we have the friendships and relationships we have. And they don't really hold it against me. But people on this app hold everything against me. I'm done with it. I'm done. Honestly, I'm done. I don't want to come on here. I don't want to
not just your situation.
I'm going to give it till
TikTok's toxic now.
I'm going to give it till the end of the month, get my braces on, show everyone and fuck off. And I just want to move on. I think there's a big world out there. I've learnt a lot. And yeah, seriously. Hello? I haven't ordered a takeaway. Can you stop delivering to this address? Oh. People keep ordering takeaways to my house and I haven't ordered. Yeah, but I haven't ordered anything to this house.
Why do people do that? It's not going to bother her. It's the poor.
It doesn't bother me. I know it don't bother me. I'm done. I'm going back to bed.
It's not hurting you by saying no. I don't want to take away. It's that somebody's just spent money making that. I mean, the whole place. I haven't been on TikTok long, but within the last 3 or 4 months, it's not just. It's every page seems to be toxic. You've got Ange fighting with Corey and this person with that.
Yeah, man.
It's not. It's hard to find a live now where people aren't arguing, or stirring or backstabbing. Yeah. And it's just like, really, it's just, I don't know. It's just really gone downhill.
Yeah, like I said, I'm ready to move on to the next stage of my life. And I'm actually excited because past couple of weeks I've been thinking, well, I'm never really going to move on to the next stage if I keep staying where I'm at, which is this, doing this. I'm not really looking other things. I'm not getting up in the morning making new plans or doing something different. No. So I really do think that my time on TikTok is coming to an end, guys. Maybe you'll never ever see what's happened with me and my children. I do believe it's going to be all right, though. Honestly, I know it's going to be fine.
I think
but it's a shame that obviously people that have watched me, see my journey, they're probably not going to... Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I've just got what I needed to get out of the app. I'm done with it. I just want these fucking braces on at the end of the month, and I'm off.
I mean, the other thing that didn't help last night, bless you, was the paranoia about being arrested because of what's happened through trolls. When you've got this twice in a week, it's like you wouldn't. When people are having an argument, whether it be your argument or someone else's, it's nothing to do with you. People don't think I'm going to get arrested for like just having an argument or being cross. And that. Because of what's happened in the last couple of weeks where trolls have caused problems, it's just getting ridiculous. Yeah. It really is.
It's like Vic Rose. I don't know if you remember Vic Rose, but she had a time on the app where she got a car and she moved house and she stopped doing TikTok because sometimes it does just run its course. You'll know this, George, obviously you're an experienced one when you've been married and you've had illnesses. Things do run their courses. They might be good for a short time. They might
last forever.
But nothing does last forever. And I can't, in my head, think that TikTok's going to be forever because I actually don't believe TikTok is forever. You know how I feel certain things? Like, I know things are going to be all right with my children, but at the same time, I have a strong feeling that TikTok is not forever.
No, I think if anyone now thinks they're going to make a living from it, if they join that, it's not. There's too many people. There's too much, it's too toxic. It's not like it was a few years ago that I've heard, like I said, I've not been on for long, where people would make good money, buy houses, do whatever. It's not like that now. And
I'm just ready to leave everyone on TikTok that not everyone, because I've met bars and there's some really good friends that have actually just stuck by me and they tell me off and they don't show me up on my lives, and there's certain people that I will obviously still have in my life. Yeah. But I'm ready to just leave everyone away now at some point. Like I said, in the next 4 weeks I'm fucking going, and I ain't bothered because I've got something out of the app, guys. Trust me, I've got my braces. That is such a big achievement for me. I'm so happy. Imagine being able to pay $4,000 up front for something that you really want.
Exactly.
It's not been a waste for me. So even if I don't ever use the app anymore, at least I can look back at this time and think, wow, I actually did it though, and I actually made something of it, and I actually got something out of it. So sometimes you've got to leave on a high as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, because it's dragging not just you, but a lot of people down at the moment, and it can't be that much fun to do that just for. I'd rather go out to an office.
Like before
and do
TikTok,
this.
I always say, right, I used to go out drinking all night. Trust me, I used to go out drinking all night, but then I used to come home and I never used to have any shit. I never used to have any comebacks. I used to just be able to go out, do my binge, obviously, yeah, get myself into a bit of a pickle where I've spent all my money and I've walked home. But no one dragged it on. No one made me
There's always
feel
another
guilty
day. There's
about
always
it.
yeah. But TikTok will do it forever because it's on. It's film, isn't it? It's going to be there. It's now there. It's a social or whatever it is footprint, and people will just keep going because there are so many people that just want that just literally troll everybody all day long.
There's another takeaway at the door. 1 minute.
Somebody else wasting their money and.
I don't know. I've told these takeaways to stop delivering. I don't know why. Where they're finding these news, because I'm sure the majority of
They're not hurting you. Whoever's doing it, you're hurting the small business. You know, God. How fair's that on that person that's just cooked that meal, sent a driver out?
I haven't ordered any food. People keep delivering takeaways to my house. I've told all the takeaways in this area, do not deliver to this address because it's not me. Yeah, but it's not me doing it.
I don't get why people do that. It's not fair on the businesses. If things aren't hard enough as it is for people to make an earning, you're not hurting her or winding her up particularly. She's just saying no. But somebody's lost 20, 30 quid's worth of money towards their business. That's what you've done. This is what I mean. How toxic can you be that you're going to be that childish? You're going to send takeaways to somebody else's house just because you don't like them or whatever, and cost that business money. You don't know how much you needed that order or the problems.
Yeah.
Really.
I'm done with it, Joe. Honestly, I can't wait to put this whole chapter in my life behind me. I'm sure I'll have some funny memories and laugh about it in a couple of years, but
yeah,
now I'm done.
Would you think about maybe doing, I don't know, part-time, like...
Yeah, I have actually been looking at
not necessarily work, but a college course or something maybe you want to do or something.
I've got a degree. I've already got a degree. What I'm going to do is I'm going to nip this on the head one day soon.
Then use your degree.
I'm just never going to open the app again, and I'm just going to go live my life, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing.
Get yourself a good job with your degree and make the money without any aggro. Whoever you work with, you'll go home from work, you would have made your money, but they're not going to be saying stuff about you because normal life, that doesn't happen. TikTok, it does.
Yeah, exactly.
You use your degree, use your head and make money in that way, and you'll meet new people and you'll make new relationships through work people and do that. Fly, do whatever. I don't know what degree you've got. Do something.
It's in August, isn't it? Hi.
Hi, Joanne. Sorry to keep you hanging. Sorry.
Are you alright? You're okay. I was just going to say, don't get sad.
No.
You know what? I'm only sad now because I'm hungover. Honestly, tomorrow I'm going to be right as rain. I've got so many things to look forward to this month. I've got my braces coming on. I've got my birthday. And then, I'm going to really just take a good hard look at things and just, I don't know.
Reassess everything.
Yeah.
That's all you can do, isn't it? And it has got so toxic, and you have more than most going at you.
Yeah, exactly. I can't like Top Welly just come in shouting at me, whatever, angry at me. But I hadn't slated her. She's like taken something simple that I've said about drinking, and she's made it out like I've slated her. I can't be arsed. I can't be arsed, Joanne. I haven't said anything about the girl, and I'm sick of always having to defend myself.
You never know. She's just hurt, isn't she, as well?
I hadn't fucking slated her. All I said was,
I know.
I drank with her, and she wanted a drink, which is, I said, but even then I made sure I said, there's nothing wrong with her wanting to drink, but I shouldn't have put myself in a position where if someone's wanting a good drink, then I'm then going to drink more. Do you know what I mean? And she's just taken the whole thing out of context, and I can't fucking be asked.
Not only that, Barker should have allowed that to have happened. If he knew that there was a chance of it happening, then maybe he should have suggested do something else and not agree to go out on a drinking session. And then sort of like after it's all gone
that was
wrong.
the plan anyway, because I'm sure, weren't you going to go bowling or something?
Yeah, but
It didn't happen.
yeah, I'm usually good at taking things at my own pace. So I wasn't just going at my pace yesterday. I was going at Topwelly's pace. I was going at Barker's pace. So I wasn't really taking things at my pace and doing things at my pace. And I know it sounds a bit selfish, but it keeps me more level-headed. So because I was keeping up with other people, I think I just escalated, you know what I mean, the drinking and stuff, and then had that argument, and then went into a little bar. It was a little pub, played bingo. Like, I don't know.
Sometimes they're the best ones, so aren't they? Because you just get nice, like, people that go in there every day, play the bingo. They don't want no problem. They don't want no drama.
And you won. But
Yeah.
they were very sweet. Very sweet in there. Reminded me of like, what's that film where the werewolf and they walk in the pub like that? I imagine everyone turned around when you went in.
Yeah, because they were all white people, yeah, and I was the only
You
Asian.
actually
And I
said
asked them,
that as well.
I said, do you get many Asians? They said, a few, but we've never seen a Muslim girl. So they were loving it. Like, I was loving it. I was like, yeah, I'm on your side, king and country.
Yeah, you were.
It's really for your I'm not
Listen, do you know what? Look, people, like, I'm not a nasty person. Do you know what? People actually do. I am very likable in real life, and that's not me pulling my own trumpet, but I actually get on with everyone. Do you know what I mean? And like, it was a good do at that pub. Actually, I'm glad I went. It was an experience. And
You've also got some kind of, and don't take this wrong, like old-fashioned traditions. Like I'm not for when the Queen was there or when the King's there. I couldn't care two monkeys about them. But you're like really proud of England and stuff,
I'm
and
so proud
really
of this
proud.
country,
And,
like, I'm
no.
so proud of England. Like, look, it's not the best place to live at the moment, but you know, people take it for granted. Like, you got freedom here. Like, I watch the news, right? So ask Barker. I might put the news on because, you know, I see how other people live in the world, and it is horrible. You know, people that don't have a justice system, they don't have a freaking family courts, they don't have benefits, they don't have, you know, we're so lucky in this country, and I wake up every day and I feel like, wow, you know, I could have been somewhere else. I could have been born in Africa. I could have been born captured my mum could have been in captivity, because women, you know, I know I've seen documentaries where women, horrible things happen to women, and I do feel so grateful in so many ways. So yeah, I am proud, and I will always big up this country. People always slate it, you know, for whatever reason.
I mean, I didn't know you had a degree. Take it, use it, do something, do a job that inspires you and help the country. Do something you want to do, whether it's like involved somehow in politics. I don't know what to say, what your degree is or whatever, but just enjoy working in the country you like. And yeah, I would rather be in England than France, clearly. And talking of that, we've had leaflets come round about having to prepare. I haven't got mine yet, but having to prepare like a war bag.
What?
Yeah, a survival thing. You've got to have a certain amount of water. You've got to have like a wind-up radio, which is absolutely pointless to me because I don't speak French, and you know, so you never do that. I've never clue what they're
So
saying.
they've actually given you leaflets to get a survival. Listen, what are they planning?
It's
What
all
are
of
they
Europe.
planning?
Yeah, we're getting closer and closer. And a village in the Dordogne, which is next to where I live, but France is massive, so it's good drive away. Actually went into military practice. There's pictures of tanks and gunmen around, and they shut the village down.
What?
So they're like, you've got to have
read
water, you've got to have batteries, you've got to have this and that, and you won't have any power and all this sort of stuff. And I'm like, what the? I mean, I live right out in the sticks, as you know. No takeaways, no shops. Everything. McDonald's is a half-an-hour drive. I can't drive anyway because of my back. So everything's. I mean, I'm hoping they wouldn't be interested in coming near here. And then I find out Bergerac, like, is a little way from me. Has got like a massive arms factory or something. So they would be around. I've got solar power here, thank goodness, and they're like, if you know anyone that's got solar power, you need to.
To be fair though, I think you'll be fine living in the sticks. I think it'll be the cities that are going to be bad out there.
Yeah, I'm going to be, if it does happen, I should be getting my daughter on a plane to England, and she will be disappearing here because she's not getting, I'm not.
Well,